What's up, everybody? It's Chris711 coming at you from the mobile offices of Final Strife. We are now we are now driving down the interstate straight into a storm of supposedly 60 mile per hour winds with hail and babies being flung at us and dragons shitting on us and all that great shit. But anyways, my name's Chris711, like I've already said, and here is the man with a plan.
Final Strife.
How you doing, everybody?
Final Strife, how you doing, everybody?
Anyways, this is our new podcast. We are going to be recording it when we go on road trips. And I don't know how often we're going to do this, but we're just going to shoot for every once in a while. Makes sense to me because we don't have a plan for anything.
Yeah,
So we are currently headed to a gambling facility. Sort of. But the back way, like we've been driving for like 3 hours now, just goofing the fuck off listening to CDs, and we finally decided to go somewhere. But anyways, let's give a little intro about ourselves in the gaming sense. Let's just do favorite game, what do you like about the industry, and all that right now. I'll go first. My favorite game of any system of all time would have to be, that's a tough one, but I would like to say the Saboteur for right now. I might change my answer later, but the Saboteur because it was like GTA, but you killed Nazis instead of random people, and it was just a cool take on the open world third-person shooter kind of thing. That's probably a bad idea opening the window, but the thing I liked about it the most was it incorporated like the time period that I liked the most in history, and the fact that you get to kill Nazis and do all this crazy shit, and it was better than GTA in my opinion. But it was sad that it didn't really come to the popularity that it should have. The things that I like about the industry right now are that there's a lot of games coming out, from indies to big AAA titles, but there's a lot of games not only on like traditional consoles and PC, but you can get them on your tablets, your phones, and all that shit right now. So right now is like one of the perfect times to be a gamer in general. You could even say that retro gaming is making a comeback, which it has been for a long time, but I see a lot more people going to like retro games right now. But
New games suck.
yeah, a lot of the new games do suck. Not going to call anything out, but Destiny was a shitty game. All of the recent Call of Duties have been pretty shitty since probably Black Ops 1. Black Ops 2 was kind of good.
What came out first? Did Modern Warfare 2? That one was decent.
Yeah, 2 was alright. World at War was pretty fun. I don't know if you played that, but I like that
I don't
one.
know. Probably not.
But yeah, everything, BF4 sucked ass. It get better towards the end, but it sucked.
Yeah, if they would have put the game out that's out right this second, it would have been great. But
Yeah, like
it was terrible.
they were just trying to stay on the COD schedule. They were trying to keep pace with COD, which was just it almost killed them, I think, to be honest. I mean, that's what happened to Medal of Honor. I mean, they try to compete with the other two big main names in that genre.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's enough about that. How about you say a little bit about yourself in the gaming sense and what your favorite game is of any system, anywhere?
I think I'm going to give a pretty generic response and say most of the Final Fantasy franchise is my favorite games.
But if you had to pick one, what would it be?
I don't know.
Like, which one would you like play over and over again? If it was like one of the only games you could play multiple times, like you can still play new games.
Play Final Fantasy 9 or Tactics, one of those two.
That was a good answer. I would have probably picked 7 though. No, 8. 8's.
Since my name's Final Strife,
Yeah.
that's what most people thought, I guess.
Yeah.
I played that game so much. There's no need.
Yeah. But what do you like and let's just go ahead and say dislike about the gaming industry right now, besides the fact that a lot of the games suck?
They're just making everything way too standard. I think that's a good word, standard. Because everything's starting to blend in and be all the same thing.
Yeah,
It's fucking terrible.
And not only that, I think that they're trying to make games easier.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's the thing. They're trying to dumb down gaming for more people to play, which is good in one aspect, but it's really bad in all the other aspects. The only aspect it's good in is it's bringing more people to the industry to play, to give more feedback to them.
Yeah, it's helping out the casual gamer.
Yeah.
The people that want to put hours and hours and hours into something.
But, I mean, there are still some games that are coming out. Lords of the Fallen, Bloodborne, the Dark Souls that are still hard games to play. They're not just like for casual gamers, I would say. Yeah. And of course, there's always going to be those companies that bring out games like that to make it better for people that game a lot instead of casual gaming.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just kind of weird that the state of the industry coming in now. Like, I'm seeing a lot of people bitch about the way the microtransactions are coming in online, and a bunch of our friends actually talk about it. Youngin hates it. But what do you think about microtransactions in games?
I think they suck.
They do. I think most, I don't want to say hardcore gamers, but most gamers that play a lot would agree that they suck. Now, I understand that it's a business and they want to make more money, but the way that they're doing it is just the stupidest way ever. Like, they're alienating themselves from gamers, except for, like, the really retarded gamers. Like, when I say retarded gamers, I mean, like, the guys that are going to sink, like, $200 a month into a mobile game just so they can fucking beat other people on other mobiles.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
Yeah. Or a kid fucking stealing his parents' credit card so he can fucking upgrade his base 5 more times before his friend can. But I understand that it's a business, but I remember when games actually came out and were complete, and if they give you any DLC, it was free or really, really, really cheap, and it was just extra stuff that they worked on after the game came out.
Okay.
But nowadays it's like, here's your game, we have a season pass that you can buy to get the rest of the game that's already on the disc. It's like buying a fucking McChicken with just the bun and the chicken, and if you want anything else on it, you have to pay extra for it.
Yeah.
Like, they're wrapping it up as a whole package, but it's really not.
Yeah. It's kind of like I won't name drop or anything, but there's a handheld system that just came out, and you don't even get a power cord with it when you buy it. Tell me how that makes sense.
Well, I see what you're saying, but I kind of see what they're doing too. After I watched a YouTuber talk about it for a second, the one before it, since we're not name dropping, its power cable can be used on this new one. Now that would be all fine and dandy if only the people that had the previous system were going to buy it.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. And I think it was a really...
I still think you should get a new one.
Yeah,
Buy
you really
something.
should. But now it was a really retarded move, and a lot of the shit that they're doing is kind of retarded now. But oh well, mate. I can't wait to see what their new system's gonna be like. To be honest,
Shit. Like the last
Probably.
two.
probably. I can't wait to see all of it. But so, what games are you currently playing? And what games of what you're playing do you enjoy the most?
I don't really play anything but Battlefield right now.
Well, you just got that Final Fantasy. What did you think of that?
Yeah, I played that for like 4 hours.
time into it?
Not really.
Like, it didn't even look like a Final Fantasy to me.
It wasn't. It was more like a Heavenly Sword type-esque game with a very good...
So what was it called? It was Type 2 HD or whatever?
Type 0
Type 0 HD? Yeah. That's how much I paid attention to it. I know it was something HD.
I'm just excited for whatever number they're on, 14 or 15.
14? Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. I honestly, I mean, you already know this, but I haven't played anything since 10, before 10. And I kind of don't want to, because I think what I remember from the games that I've played and I am playing, because I'm replaying Final Fantasy 3 again because I fucked up and I just wanted to start over. I got lost. Fuck all of you all that are going to make
Multiple
fun of me.
saves there, multiple
Yeah.
saves.
I forget. Leave me alone. I forget how crucial some of the old style play was. But
Yeah, where memory cards only held 15 saves.
yeah,
And you don't know which ones they are.
yeah,
Just kind of guess.
yeah. That was fucking great.
That was the days.
But, so you're just playing basically Battlefield right now. You're not playing any more Dragon Age?
No, I liked it, and I'd play it again. Just don't really find the time for it.
Yeah. But what was your favorite thing about this Dragon Age? Since I brought it up. Now the second one sucked balls in my opinion. Most people's opinions. It was an ant game. It was a filler
game. It was
game.
playable, but it wasn't great.
It was a filler game. It was like they were trying to keep their
I played a lot of the multiplayer in the new one.
yeah, you played the shit out of that.
I had fun with that.
But I think this game, like, I'll put this out there, I haven't beat the game yet just because I'm playing a shit ton of games. Like a metric shit ton of games is the equivalent of what I'm playing right now.
Yeah.
But I didn't play the game to completion. But what I did play, it was fucking fun as shit, and I did play a little bit of the multiplayer with you and a little bit with, random lobbies. I didn't really like the multiplayer that much though. It got old really quick and got really repetitive.
It did, but what kept me in it was you could, if you really wanted to grind, you could grind and make your guy better than the people who bought the digital crap.
Yeah.
If you really put the effort and the time into it, you could.
See, that's another thing, going back to the microtransactions, like the day one DLCs that you can buy and just be fucking boss sack.
That one was one that I didn't really mind as much because you got random shit from it.
Yeah.
So you could spend like $1,000 or some shit.
Yeah.
And get nothing.
Yeah.
And I could laugh at you very hard, but whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, there are some aspects where DLC could be used that I'm sure we'll talk about later, but
The DLC is fun.
well, microtransaction, I put that all together.
Something that makes you leave right off the bat is terrible.
I kind of put that all together, to be honest, because you have to pay for it all.
Yeah.
So,
Paying
but
for more content is fun.
Yeah.
Paying for
Well,
completeness is another
more
story.
content to me, it's not fine because most of this shit is already on the disc that's in DLC.
Yeah.
They've already had it. If you're gonna do that, then you're an asshole for one. But like, just put out a complete fucking game for once. That's really what I want. It's just everyone that makes games, put out a complete fucking game. And if you come up with something after the game is out, then sell it like fucking DLC.
Yeah.
But
That's not gonna happen.
no. I mean, everyone's a money-hungry fuck nut. But we were talking about what games that we're currently playing. I'm currently playing a lot of games.
List them off.
List them off? God. Fuck, I'm going to forget some of the games. Alright, so let's see. I'm playing Dying Light, trying to platinum that. I'm still playing a little bit of Far Cry 4, even though I platinum that. I'm thinking about buying the DLC to get the 100% plat. Battlefield Hardline. I thought about playing
Yeah,
some
we didn't even specify which one.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the only one out that's worth really playing. Unless you want to play vehicle warfare, then you go back to Battlefield 4.
We'll go to that game then. Fuck it.
All right.
They need to make the classes a little bit
More balance.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I was gonna say equal, but the same shit.
Yeah, the way they balance the game and the multiplayer.
Like right now, the spawn beacon was really, really useful, and that's the only reason I even like the sniper class being in the actual like objective-based games.
Yeah. Now, are we talking about Battlefield 4 or
No, all the
Hardline?
Battlefields.
Yeah, yeah.
But now, the class with the best weapons and one of the only classes that can destroy vehicles gets the spawn beacon
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like, why would you ever want to play anything other than the medic and revive your teammates? Like, I don't understand the other two.
Yeah.
Like, they don't really make any sense.
Yeah,
Because the guns are worse.
yeah.
They don't have any actual attachments like the perk things
Yeah.
for being that class that make them much better at all. 'Cause you either get a noob tube, which used to be the medics thing. So engineer got the medics thing and the snipers thing in one class,
which is fucking ridiculous.
doesn't make any fucking sense.
And they get the sabotage C4. So
Yeah.
technically they get C4 too.
Kind of, but you can't blow it up.
Well, yeah,
It's
but
way worse.
but
That's the only thing. That's the
High-
only
or
reason
not
I
high-
actually
hotwire
play
mode.
Enforcers
Yeah.
for the C4.
yeah, hotwire mode. That's the only good
And the
thing.
scar. The
Yeah.
scar's broken, but
Yeah.
that's another topic.
All of their guns are fucking broken. They're either fucking
Yeah.
broken bad or broken.
Yeah, that's very true. They're either
Like
really
they
good
didn't
or
balance
they're
any of the
terrible.
guns. That's what kind of made me upset about the game.
What makes me happy is most of the time someone has to shoot me twice with a shotgun, and that just makes me happy.
Yeah. Which this
I
is
don't
the
die in
only
one shot.
this is the only game in the Battlefield series that I actually see a shotgun being supposed to be in the game. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, this one's fine.
This is the only one.
Police and
Yeah.
people that are trying to kill police.
Yeah. Yeah. Terrorists. Well, not terrorists. Robbers and fucking SWAT members, basically. Yeah, shotguns are going to come into play, but in like military versions of this game, there should be no shotguns unless it's breaching up a fucking door. That's really the only time they use shotguns. I mean, I don't understand the logic behind the shotgun in a fucking military shooter. I really don't. Especially like the USA 12 or whatever.
Yeah, frag rounds.
Yeah, with frag rounds and BF3. God, that was the most retarded setup ever. Like, they must have watched the Expendables. And they were like, oh, that looks fucking kick-ass. Let's put it in our game, dude. But, alright, I'm going to try to name off the rest of my game. Because I'm still trying to do it. Still playing Minecraft. I love Minecraft. I finally went in creative mode on that, finally. After I beat it in Platinum. I don't know if I said Bloodborne, but I'm playing Bloodborne a little bit. Trying to beat Lords of the Fallen right now. What was that game that came out? Tower of Guns. This month's PlayStation Plus game. It's actually kind of fun.
It looks alright.
It's not the greatest game, but it's a good time waster. Let's see, what else am I playing? God, I have too many games to name, and that's bad. It's good, but bad. But those are the main ones. We'll just stick it to that. Those are the main ones that I've put some time into in the last 3 weeks. We'll put it that way. And then we could go to the Ouya side of it, which everyone that doesn't know what an Ouya is, it's a micro console that plays Android games, and it has some ports for some of the like really good old games. Not very many, but it has Final Fantasy 3 on it. It's got a game called Magic Rampage, which is really fun. It's got a bunch of indie games. We'll just put it like that. And I'm playing quite a few of them when I get the chance. Yeah, that's what I'm playing. What's one thing in the industry that if you could change and it makes sense to change, that you would? Like something logical to change, what would you do? It could be anything. It could be like make a controller last longer, or just anything, hardware, software, gaming, just something to do with the industry.
I wouldn't let people put out games that were like, sure, no one's going to put out a 100% complete game because they want to make more money on DLC, but they ought to be able to put out a game that's not just full of glitches and holes.
Yeah,
if they could do that, that'd be fun.
That's probably one of the main things that I would change. I'd also change
More testing.
Yeah.
More testing.
Yeah, more testing. They really need to do that. More open testing. But that's what I would change.
Yeah, like the betas really don't make much sense. They'll do a beta and it'll be like 2-3 weeks before release.
Yeah.
You know they can't fix everything that the beta problems and stuff.
But they fix the most problematic ones.
Sure, but they should have a set time where, all right, we're done with this beta. We found all these problems. Let's fix all this crap. Even if they don't fix all of it, I mean, there could be small, minor, bad things that you don't want to fix because it will cost too much money in the long run.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a flaw, whatever. But they should still make the game playable in a sense to where it's a good, I don't know, like you're showing the best part of the game, and not just shipping something out because you want to make your money right now.
Well, yeah, but we're in a time where money is everything.
Well, yeah.
No one really takes 100% pride in their work. They take 100% pride in how much money their work gets.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm looking at it. And it's not like in the early ages of like PS1 and all the early consoles where the devs and their teams actually had pride in what they did, and they really didn't, well, they cared about making money, but they weren't afraid to not make as much money. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
And I think more creativity came out of that time than now.
Like the point I brought up earlier, the games are getting too soon.
Yeah. I mean, alright, let's just go back to like PS1. Let's just name the first 3 games you can think of that aren't Final Fantasy or Metal Gear.
Crash Bandicoot.
Alright.
Siphon Filter.
Alright.
Cool Borders or whatever the hell
Yeah,
that
yeah.
game was called.
Alright. My 3, if I were to pick, Jet Moto.
Yeah, that was cool.
Jet Moto was the shit. And it kind of like turned everyone's head when you played it. Like, it was one of those really good games that didn't make a lot of sense when you first picked it up. You're like, I don't know if this is going to be fun. But yeah, Jet Moto, Spyro, you said Crash, what's another, what was that medieval one with the skeleton in the graveyard?
I think it was called Medieval.
Yeah, it probably was. Medieval, yeah. So, let's just look at the list that we have here. Alright, Crash Bandicoot. A fucking fox-looking thing on 2 legs that went around jumping over shit, blowing shit up, tearing shit up. That's pretty fucking creative. Spyro, dragon that goes all the fucking way around the fucking world and fucks shit up, basically. It has more of a storyline. Jet Moto, racing game. I think that's the first time we've talked about any sports game.
Yeah, because we're not really into sports games.
Yeah. The point I'm coming at, like, all these games, like, I never really liked sport games, except for, like, Tony Hawk. Like, the first 3, the first 3 pro skaters were fucking amazing. And the soundtracks were even equally amazing.
Yeah.
But after that, it just went to shit. They should have stopped at 3. And then never came out with another skateboarding game. The same way with the BMXs. BMX, I didn't play as much, but my girlfriend at the time, she was into BMX, or the game. She didn't know how to BMX. She was into the game, so I get into the games kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, association by trying to get that. Yeah, that's a good one. I was gonna say something a little bit different, but anyways, so what I was trying to make with that point is there was such a great deal of difference in the creativity in all those games that we just named, but they were all really fun. And that's another thing that I don't think that devs are doing. They're not putting any fun into these games. They're just like, oh, let's just put some violence in there, put some scaries. Yeah, I said scaries. Put some scaries in there, make people jump a little bit, maybe shit themselves.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah, have a little turtle head sticking out. But they're not putting any fun into the games. Like, what was the last, legitimately fun game you played? Like, that you could play for hours and not think about what the game was. It could be the shittiest looking turd ever, but it was fun.
I don't know. I really don't.
Well, I have a few that I can say that about. Like, I could go ahead and say Minecraft is one of those games for me because it's all about creativity in that game.
Yeah,
Like,
seems fair.
for me, the creativity aspect, you can make whatever you want the game to be. So that's fun, but that's not what I'm going to use. Let's see. What was that fucking Archer game? It was like a 4-person party game. No, Bomberman on the Ouya was fucking fun as shit.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was fucking fun. Like, legitimately just fun.
We didn't play that again.
Yeah, we should. But the one I was thinking of was that Towerfall Ascension, I think is what it was called. Whatever it was called. I think that's what it was called. Towerfall Ascension. That game was pretty fucking fun. We played that for fucking 12 hours straight one night.
Yeah.
And
Is that the one where you had to block off entrances?
no, that was Dungeon Defenders.
Yeah, that was fun.
They're coming out with a new one of those. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be fucking kick ass. But those two games, Dungeon Defender was fun. I'll put that out there. It was like the shittiest concept you would think of, but they made it fun.
Yeah.
So it actually turned out to be a great game. Like, they could fucking literally put a turd on the screen, and if you did something fun with it, I would play it. But
Already done dinner.
oh yeah. But yeah, if I were to say, what was the funnest AAA title that you played? We'll say since PS4 came out, because you've already said your PS3 game, and I have too. It's my favorite game.
I've said PS3 game.
Yeah, Heavenly Sword.
I just like shooting arrows.
All right. So between last gen and this gen, what's the funnest AAA title that you played?
None of them.
None of them. You didn't have any fun at all of them that you played.
I mean, they were fun to play, kind of, but they weren't like the sole reason to play them.
Well, I mean,
fun. It was just competition-wise.
yeah. The sole reason that most people play AAA games, in my eyes, at least the multiplayer, is the hype.
Yeah.
Destiny. The hype on Destiny was so fucking real. Like, after
That's probably why we don't like it, because it was so hyped and it was not as good as intended.
Well, yeah, but the game was just a potato, dude. It just literally sat there.
It can't really.
No, it was a potato, dude.
The beta was great.
The beta was great.
The game was exactly the same as the beta.
It wasn't even the same as the beta in my eyes. It was
though.
worse.
That's the problem.
It was
it
worse.
Was the beta, and you just did the beta over.
You know the funnest thing about Destiny that I thought was they had that soccer ball in town. That was the funnest. That was the funnest part. Like, they should have just made a game where you're in town, fucking around with the soccer ball, and called it Destiny FIFA. FIFA Destiny. There we go. So you're saying that all the AAA titles. All right, let's not even say AAA titles. Just semi-popular games. Man, that's bad though. You haven't had.
No, that's the
Since
problem.
from last gen 2? Alright, go back another gen. Go back to PlayStation 2. Go back as far as you have to go back. What was the last fun game you played? that was just fun, and you could play for hours upon hours upon hours.
I could do that with games anyway.
Well, yeah.
PS3 was...
PS3?
played the living shit out of BF3, so we
Yeah.
had to have had some fun.
Oh, I had fun in BF3 for like the first 2 DLCs.
Yeah.
But then it just got old to me.
Yeah. And again, that was more competition, not
Well,
strictly fun aspect.
It wasn't even the competition for me. It was... We met a lot of cool people there.
Yeah, we did that too. I
Like-
mean, that's what the game's for, though.
Yeah.
is You're trying to kill someone else that's a human being.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you the last fun shooter game I had, besides BF3, was Medal of Honor 1 when we met P-Hub,
Yeah.
the P-Hub brothers. Those fucking mooks.
Shout out to the B-Hubs.
But the last fun, like, major title that I had, I would have to say was the Wolfenstein, the New Order, or whatever, the New Blood, whatever the fuck it was called. No, New Blood's about to come out. The New Order. It came out early in PS4 days. It was really easy platinum. The only gripe I had about that is, like, when you went from hard difficulty to Uber or whatever the fuck they called it, like, nothing changed in the boss fights. The boss fights were still the same. The only thing that changed were the AIs and, like, the regular enemies. Like, they got a fucking boost from hell, but the boss battles were just the fucking same as the last fucking difficulty.
Yeah,
And-
that doesn't make much sense.
It doesn't make much sense, but then again, I can see where it kind of did, because it would be harder to get to the boss. The bosses were hard as shit on hard difficulty. Like, you had to play it a couple of times to figure out what you had to do.
Here's a game that was good. Diablo was fun for a
Yeah,
while.
Diablo, yeah. Diablo 3.
Yeah.
I remember Diablo 1 was the best game
Oh, yeah.
ever. Like,
The
that's
game
probably in my
was
top
great.
5. That's in my top 5 for sure.
Yeah, it's probably close to top 5,
Like,
if not in it.
yeah, yeah. It's probably number 5 in top 5.
Yeah.
Like, it, like, see, I played that on PC and PS1. So,
Yeah.
or was it 1 or 2?
It was one.
It was 1, wasn't it? And what was that? There was all kinds of, like, there was just a bunch of variety in PlayStation 1 that we've already discussed, but like Diablo, the Ninja games, like, there was like that one, what was it?
Gaiden.
Was it Gaiden in
I don't
one?
know, maybe.
But whatever the fuck, you know what I was talking about. For those that listen, you don't know, so fuck you. There was this ninja game you ran around and you were like a true ninja. It's pretty kick-ass. It wasn't like... isn't Ninja Gaiden like you just go run into a big group of mobs and go fucking fight?
Yeah, it's kind of like Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, yeah.
Ish.
No, the ninja game I'm thinking of is, it's like a platformer almost, and you go around and stealth kill people.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called. Ninja something.
Ninja kick-assness.
Senjutsu or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
But that was a really fun game. And they came out with like 3 of them on PlayStation 1. And then it disappeared, which was kind of sad, but whatever. Yeah, that was really fun. Let's see, of course you had your Metal Gear throughout all of them, right?
Yeah. There's even been one of those. I haven't played the PS4 one.
Oh, the Phantom Limb or whatever, the DLC Metal
I
Gear.
just kind of wanted it to be done with because Solid Snake is supposedly dead from old age. So
Yeah.
let it be, right?
Yeah, maybe.
They just want to make too much money. I'm sure the game's great too.
Yeah, yeah,
Because those games are always like fantastic.
they are.
But just kind of want the story to be done because that's the way it was intended.
Yeah. Well, it'd never be. I mean, money, money, money.
Too much money.
Yeah, money, money, money.
I think it was ever though. Those games were what I'm talking about in finished products. Those games were always finished
Yeah.
products when they sent them out.
But see, that's one thing that kind of pissed me off when they put out the DLC Metal Gear. And I'm calling it the DLC because it is literally just the DLC. I know you haven't played the demo
I played
DLC.
it a little bit.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It's fine, but it kind of pissed me off that they didn't just release that for like free.
Yeah.
Like they
Play
could have
this,
literally
hype
did it.
up a game and
Yeah.
actually release a game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could have put that out for free, and then would have killed it. Like that's one reason I won't buy the game that goes to Phantom Limb. I won't buy it because I've already bought the first or a part of it, and I know someone might say, "Well, that's just retarded." But yeah, fuck them. I don't care. They get money hungry like everyone else, or at least it seems so in that aspect. I don't know the whole story behind it. Don't really care, but that's the reason I'm not gonna buy it. But it's just things like that that really piss me off. What games are you looking forward to besides the Final Fantasy?
Yeah, I already said that.
Yeah, I mean you're a fanboy of the Final Fantasies. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm a fanboy.
I'm just a fanboy of RPG.
Yeah, I'm a fanboy of Elder Scrolls, and that's what I'm looking forward.
There hasn't really been. They always release the RPGs after I've already got a new system. I'm like, I don't want to play it. I have a new system. I want to use my new.
Well, I'm really looking forward to Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, I want to play that. Even if it's bad, it has to be somewhat good.
Yeah.
Just for the simple fact it's
Elder Scrolls.
It's Elder Scrolls.
And I know a
If
lot
you
of
like those games, you're gonna like them.
yeah, I know a lot of our
That
friends
game.
aren't going to get
Okay.
it just because of the negative comments about it and all that shit, which is fine. That's perfectly fine for them not to do that. It's a valid reason. They're being a good consumer, saying, I've heard bad shit about this product, I'm not going to buy it. But I'm too much of a fanboy to pass up a chance to have an online experience with my friends and a series that I've loved since Morrowind.
Yeah.
Even if I waste the $60 or whatever the fuck it is nowadays, 66 or whatever, if I play it for 5 hours and me and you, because I know you're getting it, me, you, and whoever else gets it, have a lot of fun just fucking off and making fun of the game for 5 hours,
It's
well
pretty
worth
hard
it.
to entertain yourself for $60 for 5 hours.
Yeah, but if we just...
Anyway.
Yeah.
So you're really not wasting money.
You're not. And think of it this way.
If we don't get 5 hours of gameplay, though, I will be disappointed.
Yeah, but the thing is, we'll have, like you said, that's well worth 5 hours of time. $60. Try going to a movie that's 5 hours long for $60. It's not going to happen.
It'd be cheaper if you just watch 3 for like $9 a piece or some shit, whatever.
But then you're going to get hungry. The whole night out is going to cost you more than $60.
You're gonna eat when you play video games too, though. So that's
But yeah,
kind
but
of a little bit, wee bit.
Not really, but
It is.
okay, I'll give it to you just so I can get on to the point. Even if it's shit for 5 hours, think of it this way: you can take it back to GameStop the very next day and get $40 back.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, you're playing it for 5 hours and you lose 20 whatever dollars. But guess what? You just had 5 hours of entertainment for $20. That's pretty kick ass. You can't even buy fucking cigarettes for that price ever. You know, what's that? Fucking $4 an hour?
Yeah.
It's not even a pack of cigarettes. I swear, people on our road trips do not know how to drive.
No.
Like, I mean, we're in Kentucky, but holy shit. Learn to drive. Fucking country bumpkins. But that's what I'm excited for. And then The Witcher comes out right before it, which we've already got pre-ordered, both of us. And I'm really excited for that. Because we played a little bit of Witcher 2. Not a whole hell of a lot. I think something else came out around the same time that we get. What the hell is this dude doing?
Who knows?
He's lost.
Probably
Look,
Battlefield.
Yeah.
Battlefield usually fucks up all the games I play.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it probably was Battlefield. But, and then for me, I'm going to sound like a complete hypocritical asshole on this one, but, Wolfenstein comes out, the DLC Wolfenstein, But the good thing about that is it's a $20 game, and supposedly it's like a 5 or 6 hour game. And even if it's half of that, $20 is fine because I love the series, and the last one was amazing. So if that's going to keep me happy with the series until the next one comes out, the next full game, I'm 100% fine with it. I'll happily buy that game and beat the shit out of it. Plus, you get to kill Nazis in the game.
That's your, like, sole purpose in life, isn't it?
Yeah, fucking kill Nazis
Kill
and
Nazis.
zombies. How about this? Are you looking forward to that game I made you sign up for, the beta, Rainbow Six Siege?
And the last one was fine. If it's better than that one,
This
should
one
be.
is turning the genre, I think, on its fucking head and then kicking it in the nose.
Yeah.
The permanent death system, like the Counter-Strike system, basically, like, except for the respawn servers, obviously, but I think it's gonna turn the fucking genre of shooters on its fucking head, and I'm gonna love it.
It's either going to be good or full of just 100% camping.
Well, I mean, in those guys,
It's going to have to. You're going to have
Yeah,
to
you're gonna
camp
have to camp.
somewhat, but it could just turn into no one is moving at all.
I think it's gonna force you to move because there's only like 3 to 5 minute timers on the games. It's like Battlefield Hardline, which is another thing I like about Hardline. They have those two modes, Crosshair and Rescue, I think it's called. Whatever the two modes are called.
No one plays.
Well, we play it, but we
Yeah, but
we
play
empty
on the
lobbies.
servers.
Yeah, we do too many empty lobbies. So, which
I would just like to get on there and get our ass kicked, and I really wouldn't care if we
Yeah.
lost, because they would stay there and they would play.
Yeah.
We could play
I
the
like
game.
games like that. I like more tactical style games in good controls, because most of the time when you have a tactical game, a shooter game, the controls are so horrid that it makes you not want to play them. But I don't know. I think that Rainbow Six Siege has a golden opportunity that if they do this right, and from all the gameplay footage I've seen on the PC right now, it looks like they are doing it right, and it looks like it's going to be pretty fun. But of course, I won't know until the beta comes out that we're both signed up for. But right now, I'm really optimistic about it, and I really think that it could potentially be the next big shooter. Because I don't think they'll only have the permanent death system. If they only put permanent death systems modes on, it's going to be really
It'll scare
shitty.
Too many people away.
Yeah, it'll really scare a lot of people away, but it'll bring a competitive side to those people that stick around.
Yeah.
But if they had like a multiplayer where it was just like team deathmatch or conquest or something like that, that would bring other people in to try the competitive side, you know, the permadeath, then I think it would be really kick ass, and it'll probably bring that franchise back. I mean, that franchise has been slipping in my eyes. But are you going to play The Division? Tom Clancy's The Division? I think I'm going to play that one. But
I'll probably try it, I'm sure.
well, yeah. I honestly, I don't want to say this, but I think this is what's going to happen. I really hope that I'm wrong on this, that Hardline is not going to be a 2015 game. I don't think it's going to last much longer past 2015. I think Christmas time, all the games are going to come out. You're going to have Siege, you're going to have...
It's not going to last as long as BF3 did.
No, well, I mean, hell, BF4 didn't even do that.
Yeah, but that game was bad.
Yeah, I mean, even with it fixed, it's not going to last. I mean,
Yeah, people
but
still
Battlefield
play.
games are really good about staying populated, somewhat populated. When Battlefield 3 was ending out its term and BF4 was coming in, we went into Bad Company 2 server, remember?
Yeah.
It was a Bad Company?
Yeah,
It was a Bad Company 2 server, and it was still populated, and that blew my fucking mind. Well, it really didn't, but it kind of did because that's like, what, 5, 6 years, 7 years, something like that? It's a lot of years, we'll put it that way. And it was still populated servers. But, I don't know. I think that's a good place to kind of start wrapping it up.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe and do all that cool shit that I think you can do. And I might give you a cyber cookie. What will you give them?
Not shit.
Not shit.
Out of luck, man.
You're shit out of luck. At least I'm nice and give you... Yeah, I get cookies. Come to my side. Come to my side. I have cyber cookies. That you'll never get. Anyways, this has been Respawn Therapy's first podcast on April 25th. It's pretty... He's gone. He quit driving. He jumped out of the car. I'm about to wreck. It's going to suck. Anyways, take it easy and keep it sleazy, my friends.